My name is Andri. I'm here today to teach you the techniques I have learned that very effectively treat all types of pain. First, I would like to explain to you how I got here. My journey started at the age of 15 when my great-grandmother developed severe pain in her upper legs. She lived with constant pain every day. The pain would ease a little in summer, but in winter it got very bad. She suffered with this pain for 4 agonizing years. The doctors prescribed painkillers which had little or no effect at all. They also recommended rubbing her legs in an up and down motion, which didn't help either. I tried everything the doctors recommended, and I massaged her legs whenever I had a spare moment. It seemed like this wasn't helping, as the pain continued to just get worse. I felt totally helpless as she cried out for relief. She eventually lost the will to live. After she died, the pain she experienced during the last few years of her life continued to haunt me. I read every book I could to find answers. So I decided to start working in retirement homes, where I refined my massage techniques by focusing on patients' legs and feet. I discovered very effective ways to improve circulation in veins and reduce pain. There were 3 reasons why I wanted to help the elderly people in retirement homes. The first reason was for me to ease the sense of helplessness I was feeling from not being able to help my great-grandmother. The second reason was that these people in retirement homes didn't have much contact with loved ones and really appreciate the small things in life and the help I was giving them. The third reason was for me to learn from them. The vast majority of them struggled with poor blood circulation and the diseases that came with, such as blood clots, diabetes, arthritis, and using blood thinners, just to name a few. Once I perfected these treatments with my elderly patients, I realized that the doctor's recommendation by rubbing my grandmother's legs up and down was totally wrong and far from helping the situation. It very likely made it worse. The massage movement has to be in a clockwise circular movement. If only I knew then what I know now. While working in the retirement homes, I met Jeanette, who with her husband just moved into the facility. I knocked on the door to explain to them what treatments I have to offer. Jeanette lifted her long dress to her knees to expose her lower legs to me and asked me if I could help. I had never seen anything like it and was totally shocked and tried to hide my feelings without success. Her legs were black from poor circulation, and she had no feelings from the knees down for years now. She told me that she was booked in for a surgery for a double amputation the following week. At this point, I didn't know if massage could help, but I was willing to try. I explained to her that my treatments had opened blocked veins in other patients before. I believed that I could make a difference and asked her to give me 3 months to try. I asked her not to tell the doctor that she's gonna try massage, as he will strongly discourage her, as they are generally non-believers. Instead, she just told the doctor that she wasn't ready yet. Her husband told me to please see if I could stop her kicking him out of bed at night with restless leg syndrome. I thought this was a joke, but he was deadly serious, and he even showed me some of the bruises from being kicked. I began the treatment the next day. This was followed by a massage once a week for the next 6 weeks, and from then every second week for a balance of the 3 months. After the first massage, I could see some color in some of the veins as the blood started to flow. Her husband told me that her legs had stopped kicking. It was the first peaceful night's sleep he had experienced in such a long time. After each session, the color of her legs improved. At about the 9-week mark, I was busy on her toes, and as I knew she couldn't feel her feet, I was working quite hard on her toenails. Suddenly, she screamed in pain and kicked me in my face. I didn't care at all, and I was totally amazed that the feeling had come back in her legs. I told her that I couldn't believe the results. I was fairly confident of getting the veins open, but I didn't believe that the feeling would ever come back in her legs due to years of damage. It was at this point that I became a firm believer in the power of massage. So, Jeanette told me that she wants to go and see the specialist. She wanted to ask him why he didn't have other options except amputation. I didn't have any answer for her, and perhaps the specialist would have an answer. When she walked into the specialist's office, he stood up, leaned over the desk, and told her to stand still, and stared at her in astonishment. He then came over to feel her legs, to see what stockings she was wearing to hide her blackened legs. He asked her what did she take to get the color back into her leg. She told him that she didn't take anything, and instead she had a young lady who massaged her legs. The specialist told her that he had never seen anything like this in his career, and the results was a true miracle. It was after this amazing experience that I just wanted to learn more about massage and started studying and taking courses. By the age of 22, I passed every massage course on offer. This included courses on anatomy and physiology. At the age of 24, I redid all the massage courses on offer, but this time with a different institute that was internationally accredited. My passion is, and always will be, to help people with pain and other issues. My elderly patients asked me to help their family members who were suffering, and so I opened a small massage practice. I couldn't believe how busy I got as word spread and people from far and wide came to me for help. One day in 2012, a woman walked into my practice. She had a very bad back problem and couldn't lift her arms. She had tried all the traditional routes for help, such as physiotherapy, biokinetics, and so on. It had got to the point where a back specialist was recommending surgery, but she was terrified at the thought. After my first treatment, she was up and about in no time and even managed to lift her arms up and hang curtains. When she came back for a second treatment, she offered me a room in her husband's GP practice. The doctor in question referred many of his patients to me for help, and I achieved amazing results. Many of the results were considered miracles, and I quickly got a reputation of having healing hands. This attracted an ever-growing list of patients, some with severe problems, and I was able to help them too. I don't believe that I have healing hands. I do believe that I have a superpower. I achieve this superpower by constantly practicing my techniques. In addition, I have been able to teach my techniques to many other people. Some of them I have taught one-on-one, but to many of them I have sent small instruction videos which they could use to help their loved ones. I have more than 15 years of practical experience, and I have treated more than 20,000 patients, from tiny babies to elderly people. These patients suffered from every type of pain imaginable, and I'm proud to say that I was able to help many of them. My problem is I only have these two hands, and I want to help everyone in pain. I need to teach all of you so that together we can go out and help every single person that suffers.